Time for photographer Stephen Allen to join us. You've been sending in your pictures of your gardens. That was the theme last month. Stephen has picked out his favourites as always for us. Stephen, good to see you.
Hi, Stephen.
How did it go last month?
That was wonderful. I mean, obviously we always get a really good response anyway, so it's really just building on that and getting people, sending in, more and more and getting a wee bit more interactive with it, I suppose.
But the art viewers are really taking on board your tips because, of course, this has been running all year and you've been picking your favourites. They're really, really using the settings now. We're seeing a bit of contrast in the pictures. You must be quite pleased with the result.
I am. Basically just try to teach people or show people that, again, it's about, angles, composition, crops, that kind of thing. Obviously different settings in the camera too, but...
All right, well, we always get it down to a short list, and this month again we have, let's take a look at them. This one came in from Alison Thorburn in Ayr.
Yeah.
She took this picture through her kitchen window of that cheeky squirrel. What a cheeky squirrel on the kitchen, on the bird table outside.
Extremely cute, obviously, cute's always a good factor. I mean, the only thing I would do with that picture is really just tweak the contrast on it because it is through a window and it tends to kind of make things...
How would you do that? Afterwards?
Afterwards. I mean,
on your PC?
On your PC. I mean, everybody's got basic programmes that they should really look at that as a matter of course, really. It's just tweaking the contrast on their, their shots just to kind of make it a little bit more punchy.
Good. I'm going to try and airbrush all my pictures from now on. Fantastic. This next one was sent in from Martin Morley. Look at this. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at the colours. Yeah,
it really is about the contrast of colours there because obviously we get loads of shots of like different, insects and various things like that, but that one was particularly good because it's so sharp and the colours are really contrasting.
Good, we like that one. And let's move on to our final one for last month. This one came from Joanne Moffat in Colessie in Fife. Sent in this picture, just beautiful flowers.
Really sharp.
It's absolutely gorgeous, but the reason I chose that one is more to do with the play of kind of shape and texture, within it. Basically getting people to try and look at that maybe, next month and various things like that as well. If you have a repeating pattern.
Feels like you've never seen a flower that close up because it's so sharp.
Yep.
But of course you can only have one favourite.
Yep.
And the favourite is from Noel Donaldson in Wick. Oh, it makes me itchy when I see this, all those insects.
I think that's absolutely brilliant looking. It's almost like a nucleus, with all these hornets or whatever they are, coming round it. But it's actually the amount of them and how they're all spaced. So evenly round about it.
And they're absolutely pin sharp in terms of the focus. So how would you have achieved that with the settings on the camera? I
mean, again, obviously just either manually focus. I know you've got the macro setting and so on in the camera as well, but what I'm trying to encourage people to do is look at the other, manual settings, look at their f-stops and, shutter speeds and things like that.
You lost me back.
It doesn't matter, but if people kind of look it up, it's one of the main things, because once they start to look at that, they'll never go back. To the normal settings.
Okay. All right, well that's August done and dusted. What is the theme for September?
Well, even though it's blazing out there, we're looking at the nights getting a wee bit, longer, that kind of thing, and so we're looking at shadows.
Okay.
All right, we've got 3 examples in here, 2 that you've taken and 1 sent in by some amateur photographers. We'll get to that a little bit later. But this first one here, what are you trying to achieve with this one?
Well, really, this was only shot a couple of days ago in George Square and I grabbed some unsuspecting people and got them to kind of jump around like crazy people, in George Square. But really it's just looking at shadows, looking at how you can maybe do a portrait, within it, but also create a wee bit of movement, within it, and just a bit of dynamism with it, and also with the way it's cropped, really just focusing on the shadows themselves rather than the subject, maybe.
Very clever.
Okay, well, up next we've got a little seagull here. Talk us through this one.
And again, really it's obviously because the shadow itself is so obviously a seagull itself, but really I want to show in regard to the crop, basically that you can change the focus, of what a picture and what the detail, is to be and what you want people to look at just by the crop itself.
All right, and
finally,
the
next one.
Who could this be, I wonder?
Somebody looks scared in that one.
Yeah, we took that back in another sunny day, April, I think it was,
we took this in April because that was our attempt at reflection, although we didn't get that wasn't a reflection, apparently that's a shadow, but it came in handy a few months later anyway.
So again, no people in it, so that's another way of doing it really, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I want people to look at shadows in regard to... obviously they can look at the shadow itself and see what it is, but I want them to actually utilise shadows, so maybe someone coming out of the darkness, that kind of thing. Just so they have a bit of variety.
Stephen, as always, thank you very much. We'll see you same time, same place next month. Stephen Allen, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So shadows are the theme for next month. Send in your pictures. You can do it by text or by email. The details are on your screen right now.
Yeah, they're there.